What's happening, everyone? My name is Adrian. Welcome back to What the Pun. Haven't said that line in quite some time. But, anyways, for those of you that have been following the channel for quite some time, you all know that Golfs, Volkswagen Golfs, have been something quite dear and close to this channel. We have featured cars owned by some close friends of mine quite a lot, and also ones that I've been working on and ones I've bought over the time quite a lot as well, whether it's cars I worked on, upgrades, maintenance, just having a lot of fun. It's a car that's dear and close to this channel. And why is that? I believe like it all stems down to core memories of mine. As a child, my earliest childhood car memory is of my dad's Cabriolet Golf that he used to pick me up in school in. This was like maybe in the 80s, maybe early 90s, 80s, early 90s, I think. So it was quite an old one. It was in this the color that you would only see of from a car of that generation. It's kind of like a really weird, faint kind of blue. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a blue, but it's a type of blue you only see in that kind of era of a car. But setting that aside, I love that car. We had so much fun in that car. I used to look forward to my dad picking me up from school in that car so much, because I knew every time we got in that car together, there would always be some kind of happy memory from that trip, whether it's my dad's doing something silly, going really fast somewhere, overtaking someone, and I used to have such a blast and laugh so much from having so much fun in that car. So I think that is a core memory as to why that's kind of led to my love for Volkswagen Golfs. So no, my first one being a Mark IV Golf V5, the later versions, which were 170 brake horsepower, and then later on I got a classic Golf GTI, which was a Mark 1. I had some shares in a company I used to work with, so I sold those shares, made a profit basically. I thought, hey, let's buy a Mark 1 Golf GTI, not any other Mark 1 Golf GTI, one that's been worked on. So it didn't have the standard engine, it had the 2-litre engine in there from another, I think it was either from a Corrado or the later Golf GTIs that had a 2-litre engine inside. But that car was lovely. It was set up so nicely, it drove so nicely, it pulled so fast, it literally stuck on the road as well, so good. But sadly, back then, I didn't have the mechanical knowledge to keep hold of the car. The car just got neglected, didn't run properly, so then I had to sell it as it was because I didn't know what to do with it back then. So sadly, I don't have that car anymore. I wish I still have that car. Maybe I'll be reunited with it again at some point. But after that, the next car I owned was the Mark V R32. It was one off the bucket list. I always wanted the R32, whether that's the Mark IV or the Mark V. The Mark IV back then was just going for silly money, because that was any Mark IV was going for so much money back then. But I picked up this Mark V R32 off the bucket list, and so glad I owned one, because it sounds so nice. It doesn't go very fast for a car of this day and age, but it sounds like it's going very fast, because that engine just sounds so good. Sounds so good. But anyways, after that, I got the Mark VI Golf R, which you've seen a lot of on this channel. I've done so much to it. I never planned to tune it, but it ended up getting tuned to stage 2 plus. It ran so nicely. Sounds so aggressive, but I moved on from that. And at one point, whilst owning Mark VI Golf R, I bought a very cheap Mark V Golf GTI that I thought it'll be a nice little cheap project. Didn't turn out to be a nice cheap project, but at some point in my life, in this lifetime, it will be back in my ownership again. And it is in my ownership, but it's just not with me right now. It's still needing a bit of work to be back on the road properly again. So you'll see it back on the channel at some point, I promise. But why am I talking about golf so much right now? Because it's almost been 50 years since the launch of the original Golf GTI. So it was 1975 when it was unveiled at a some motor show in the world. I did have it written down, but I can't remember the exact location now. And if I just say any random location right now, I'll be making it up. I'm going to say Geneva Motor Show. I could be wrong. Definitely wrong. But it was, the fact is, it was unveiled in 1975, and then the first Golf GTI was then launched in 1976. So it's almost been 50 years since the launch of the Golf GTI. And given that it's 50 years, I'm sure Volkswagen is doing something special to celebrate. So, which is why I'm doing today's video, because on the German Volkswagen website, we are ready to configure a very special Edition 50 Golf GTI. Orders, I think they're accepting orders now. And the delivery time is for early 2026. No news of it in the UK just yet. You can still register your interest on the UK website, but no news on the UK release just yet. But right now on the German website, I know you can place your orders, or in Germany dealers, you can place your orders for a delivery in 2026, early 2026. So before we get started, to jump on my desk and start configuring my perfect Edition 50, let's have a quick look at what the Edition 50 looks like. Wow. So what do you all think? Honestly speaking, I love the way this car looks. I love the way this Edition 50 looks. Especially in this red, because the red goes so well with those black wheels, because the black wheels have the sort of like red bits on the inside. When I start configuring the Edition 50 on the computer, you're going to see those wheels match perfectly with the red paint. But yeah, of these are like the black roof, the 50 on the rear spoiler, the front grille, so aggressive with also the gloss black accents. The side, you notice there's like a little, if you haven't noticed, let's go back like about a minute. I see a strip that goes along the side and it kind of fades towards the back of the car. Looks so nice. I know it's just a decal, but it's such a nice decal. But yeah, I feel like the car is like so ready to go, because like a lot of people would modify their GTI to have that kind of style, that kind of look, so then it's ready to go. Because like people would stick like rear spoilers, aftermarket like lips, diffusers and side skirts, whatever, to give it that kind of look. So I feel like this car already has that kind of street credibility straight away out the box. But anyways, before we jump into configure my Edition 50, let's have a look at how the Mark 8 GTI has evolved over the years. So quickly run over some specs. I'm going to read it off a screen because there's no way I'm going to remember all these numbers off the top of my head. I'm not a machine. But starting off with when the Mark 8 GTI first arrived on the market, it had 242 brake horsepower, 370 newton meters of torque, 0 to 60 I think it is 6.2 seconds, top speed 155. So then the more recent version, the 8.5 GTI, that basically had a software tune, so it gained about 20 horsepower, so it's at 261 brake horsepower, 370 newton meters of the torque as well. Bring down the 0 to 60 to 5.9 seconds, and top speed still 155. So the Edition 50, this is how it separates itself from its previous models, its older sisters, older brothers. It's basically had a lot of internal upgrades so that it can support more power, because it's not just a software tune on the Edition 50. It's had a lot of thought and care sort of put into the engine so that it can boost even more power. So it is at 321 brake horsepower, 420 newton meters of 420 newton meters of torque at 5.3 seconds for the 0 to 60, and top speed 168. So yeah, like I said, it's had a lot of thought and care in the engine compartments so that it can support so much more power than previous models. I would imagine it's kind of maybe similar to what kind of upgrades it's had, like the Club Sport and the Golf R had with the engine, how it differentiates itself from the standard GTI, because the engine's stronger in those models so that it can have more power. But yeah, that's the specs out of the way. So let's jump in and have a look at configuring one now. Okay, let's go. So starting off the paint, and let's start with the color we have on screen, which is pure white, which at no extra charge, price starting at 54,540 euros right now. So like I said, the pure white is of no extra charge. Let's start off and have a look at the two colors at the top. So first is the Moonstone Grey. Looks nice, right? Moonstone Grey looks nice, goes well with these wheels as well. I remember I mentioned about the wheels. So the next color is the Tornado Red. For some reason it's not loading up the name of the color correctly on my screen. Let me just try and fix this. Sorry, IT guy. That's the thing. Yes, there you go. Fixed it. So if I go for Tornado Red, that is or the Moonstone Grey, that's 600 euros on top of the base price. And then you have the metallic color here, which is the Grenadilla black. That's 860 euros for that. And then the last and final color we have is, which is for me, this is the surprise option, because I wouldn't have expected this color option, but it doesn't look nice on the computer screen, but the photos I've seen on this car, so it actually looks so much better in real life photos. Honestly, the computer generated image you're seeing right now does not do it justice. The real life photos I've seen of this car in this color, magnifique. It's a surprise option, to be fair. I didn't expect a Golf GTI to be seen in this color, and from factory, this is a nice color option. But like I said, the reds with these wheels, perfect match. I feel like you might have a different opinion, but I feel like the reds so far we've seen in video with these wheels, perfect match. But for me, I would like to go for the white. I know it's not an expensive option, but I like a white car, so that is what I'm going for. Onto the wheels. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wheel options. I'm a bit confused with the bit at the top, because the two wheels are the same as the ones at the bottom, but the action packages, I think when you select the ones at the top, you're kind of forced into the GTI performance package. So the performance package, which I'll go into more details later, but it's like the super duper extra version. But in terms of wheel designs, you have the Queenstown with the red details. You have the standard Queenstown, which is the black, and I think it's kind of like alloy silvery finish, standard kind of stuff. And then there you have this, the Estoril, the Estoril in black, and then you have the Warmanamano. Warmanamano, and you have the black Warmanamano. Sorry, I'm butchering these names, but it's not my fault. They're given these the names for these wheels in such a difficult names to pronounce. The Warmanamano. But for me, I like the Estorils. I know they're very basic, but I like them in black with the white, so that's one go for. Tire options, it seems to already have the semi-slicks selected for me, so the wheels I've gone for adds a €405 to it, and then the tires, the semi-slicks tires, another 1,000. But if I want winter wheels, that's another €1,740. But in terms of wheel options, the red and black ones, the very nice red and black ones, that no additional cost. Same as if you went with the non-red and black ones, the diamond cut finish ones. Same, no extra cost. So Estorils, €405. The Romanamanamanau, €555. Okay, cool. Wheels out of the way. Interior, no options here. Easy enough. So let's move on. Boom. All right. This is where all the fun happens because there's so much to go through. So you have action packages, which it kind of touched on with the wheels. So this is where I want to find out. Can't tell this is the first time I'm going through this, but this is where you kind of find out if it's going to remove things that you've already selected. So for example, let's see if this removes anything. If I wanted the GTI Performance Package, so from what I've read, the GTI Performance Package is different from the standard Edition 50 is because it has a fancy exhaust. It looks like it's a Kropovic. Yeah, butchered that name as well. Forgive me. Akropovic. A Prokop. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's got a fancy exhaust. It's slightly lowered, and it should have fancy wheels. So let's have a look. So it adds €4,200 to the cost, but details. So okay. See, this is what happens when you have all these different packages. So with the GTI Performance Package, it comes with the Romanamanamanau wheels, so I can't have my Estorils. There are Performance titanium exhausts, and yes, from what I've read somewhere, it's also slightly lowered. Performance suspension, there you go. Performance suspension, lowered body. So that adds €4,200 to the cost. So if you're curious what the Performance Comfort Business Premium and the Queenstown Performance Edition, what's the difference here? No extra cost. So that's bog standard. So it doesn't say if it comes with exhaust or anything. So that's just bog standard, no extra charge edition. Okay, we don't want this one, the one on the right, but we want it with the vroom vroom vroom, better exhaust. But anyways, business and comfort package. It comes at a price of €2,050. What I've noticed, it has this car 2X thing, which I think it. I read somewhere about it. It's on here. It has like some kind of hazard communication system. So it's all these fancy tech things. So a lot of driver assist basically with the business and comfort package. It shows you all here 6+1 speakers. Car 2X thing, like I said, the hazard communication system, anti-theft system with interior monitoring, backup horn, blah blah blah, driving assist, travel assist, lane keeping assistant, lane assist, and emergency assist, heads-up display, multifunction leather steering wheel with heated steering wheel with paddle shifters, navigation system, parking assist pro, which basically it can park in the space for you. Wow. Proactive occupant protection system, and all these other things. Business premium package, slightly less than the business and comfort. So what did it take away? So it doesn't have the car 2 thing, the hazard communication system. It still has the heads-up display, multifunction steering wheel, navigation system. So it doesn't have the fancy parking thing and all the driver assists. But yeah, moving on. Interior. So here I can select if I want leather seats. Then that's 2,510 euros. Multifunction sports steering wheel in micro fleece art velours heated. So that's another 230 euros on top of the standard multifunction sports steering wheel. So you want it in this fancy material. Textile floor mats. So floor mats, that comes as standard, but leathers. I want leathers. So leathers is going with my GTI performance package. Leather Vienna seats. Driver assistance. Do I want driver assistance? So rear view reversing camera comes as standard. What I feel like is needed, the fancy stuff, surround view area including reversing camera, this for 390 euros. So you get 360 degree view, 4 cameras fitted around the car, so you get 360 view. So that I feel like is essential. I don't care about the assistance package. That surround view thing is essential. I believe it's the right choice. Infotainment, not too fast, but heads up display, yes. I'm just adding all the fancy stuff, aren't I? 750 euros for the heads up display. Harman Kardon speakers, 680 euros. I don't care about the voice assistant. I don't want to talk to my car anyways. I don't want it to start picking up voice activation for no reason. Infotainment Discover package, integrated navigation, excessive entertainment, includes news features. No, I'm fine with that. Because I got CarPlay connected to it anyways. So, comfort and benefits: air conditioning system, air care climatronic with activated, and that comes as standard. Panoramic tilt slide sunroof. I'm only going for this option now because in the past I would never go for this option because I didn't really care much about it. But now, because I have a little one, panoramic sunroof makes such a huge difference on long journeys. Little one loves it, so that is being ticked. That is going into my basket. Tinted windows, that comes as standard. Comfort parking park assist pro. So there's this one which is a little bit less. That comes with 2x, and the parking thing. Why does this one cost more? So it has a 2x parking thing. Oh, the anti-theft thing. This travel lane assist thing, blah blah blah, and this proactive. So it comes with a few more features, but I feel like this one is enough. And then safety and technology, fire extinguisher. Why not? Because it looks cool. Yes, I've gone for the fire extinguisher because it's cool and not because it saves lives. Preparation of functional control unit for special conversations for 20 euros. I don't really know what that even means, but I don't need it. Insurance and maintenance, no. Warranty, we can skip this for now. So okay, let's go. How far are we from finishing? Yes, I need so this is all the fancy accessory stuff. So GTI honeycomb rubber floor mats, yes, don't mind if I do. Fancy cargo things, no. Luggage compartment variable, child seat, wheel covers, premium textile floor mats. I feel like I'm gonna need one of these. I make it sound like I'm actually gonna buy this car, but I'm taking this build very seriously, guys. Okay, I'm going for that. And no, don't need a cable. Dynamic. See, I knew when I saw in the video that it had dynamic center caps, wheel center caps. I kind of had a feeling it was going to be an extra thing, not something that I was gonna just throw in for free because it's not. Yeah, so I had a feeling this was going to be an extra option. So 140 euros for those dynamic wheel center caps. 140 euros. Okay, moving on. I don't care about these because they always get lost anyways. So coming to this, the Wolfsburg coat of arms emblem. I kind of feel like that's the only kind of option you'd have if you bought your car from Germany. I don't feel like you ever get to see it in a UK built spec car. So I don't feel like this. So I kind of feel like some of the options we're seeing here might only be available for German built cars. Whereas if we ever do get this configurator on the UK website, I feel like you won't have the Wolfsburg coat of arms badge optional. I don't know, maybe we will, but I kind of feel like we won't. But just for giggles, why not? I'm curious where they don't even show a picture of where it's going to go. Oh, so you have to stick it on yourself. You just get given the badge. Okay, so it's not like they're like, okay, cool, we'll just put it on for you. No, okay, cool. Original travel accessories, don't need travel accessories. Okay, well, are we done yet? Have we come to the final page? Okay, so mine. Wait, I still have the estorils. I'm so confused right now then. Because you saw, I went with the performance pack. Does that mean I get an extra set of wheels? Surely that means I must get an extra set of wheels. Interesting. But yeah, as you can see, my car has the estorils still. Total price 65,484 euros. Yeah, added quite a bit, didn't I? But here we are. But yeah, that's confused me a bit because as you can see, the performance package should have the Romano wheels, which the picture up here still shows me the estorils. On my builds thing still shows the estorils. So I'm guessing, do you get an extra set of wheels for the track? Because it is kind of like a track focus car anyways. My leather seats. Not sure about the colour. I wish you get a choice of colour for the interior, but yeah. What do you think? What do you think of my build? Would you do anything different? What colour would you go for? All and wheels, but yeah, that's throwing me off. That it still shows the estorils with the GTI performance package. Maybe someone from Volkswagen can answer that question for us. Can someone kindly from Volkswagen tell us if you go for the performance package, if the 1 wheels is an additional set of wheels? That would be nice to know. But yeah, so we started off with 54,540 euros, and after my build, and I didn't even tick all the extra options, it's now at 65,484 and 10 euros. So that's like almost 11,000 euros of additional options on the car. But yeah, that is my Edition 50 built and configured. What do you all think? But yeah, drop in the comment box down below your ideal build as well. Let me know how you would build your Edition 50. I'm curious how many of you would go with the dark moss green. It is a very nice color. Honestly, try and find on social media or on the Volkswagen media newsroom website the photos of that color. It honestly looks so much better in photos compared to the digital image on the computer. But yeah, like I said before, I am curious if the UK will miss out on some of the options, or if there are limited amount of options for the UK builds. I always feel like the UK misses out on a few things as well. It's not just Volkswagen, with other brands as well, when they have specs and models made for the UK, they kind of skip on a few options, I kind of feel like. But hoping they can prove me wrong when the configurator is live, or when the car is available in the UK. But anyways, final thoughts. Would you buy an Edition 30? Well, yes, I would love to buy an Edition 30, but would you buy an Edition 50? Would I buy an Edition 50? As much as I love a Golf GTI, I have a special place in my heart for a special Golf R. I've always loved the Golf R since the R32. So I kind of feel like if I had the choice between buying Edition 50 and the rumored special Golf R that's coming out soon, I would honestly go for the special Golf R that's rumored to come out soon. But anyways, that's it from me this week. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, do drop your comments down below on your ideal builds for the Edition 50. And if you're enjoying the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. That's it from me this week. I will see you all next time. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.